All right, quiz number 4, study guide. The first problem, we're subtracting mixed numbers. When we add or subtract, we need common denominators. If I go to the larger denominator, 8, 5 does not go into 8 evenly, nor 16, 24 it doesn't, 32 it doesn't, but 40 it does. So 40 is the least common multiple. Now I need to make equivalent fractions. 5 times 8 is 40. Do the same to the numerator. 2 times 8 is 16. 8 times 5 is 40. 7 times 5 is 35. I can't subtract 35 40ths from 16 40ths, so I borrow a whole. Now I have 3. The denominator tells me how many equally sized parts are in a whole. And since I borrowed a whole, I borrowed 40 parts. I already had 16, so I have a total of 56 now. 6 minus 5 is 1. 5 minus 3 is 21. So I have 21 40ths. And I borrowed a whole, so I have 3 wholes minus 2 wholes is 1. There's no common factor between 21 and 40, so that is simplified. On the test, you have to make sure you know your place value. Here we're rounding to the hundredths place. So the tenths, the second decimal is the hundredths. So I'm going to underline all of the hundredths. And I'm looking at the digit to the right in the thousands place. If it's 5 or more, I add 1 more. 4 or less, I let it rest. 2 is 4 or less, so I let the 3 rest, and I get 845 and 63 hundredths. I let the 3 rest. Here, in the second one, I'm looking at the 7. That's 5 or more, so I add 1 more. Now, you might notice the 9. If I add 1 more, I get 10. So I put a 0, and I carry that 1 to the tenths place. 8 plus 1 is 9. And then I have a 6, 5, 1, 9,156 and 90 hundredths. Remember, usually you can get rid of this 0, but you can't in this case because we rounded to the hundredths place. So this has to be the last digit. Here in the hundredths place, I have the 4. I'm looking to the 9. 5 or more, I add 1 more so that it's 84 hundredths would round up to 85 hundredths. So I get 84,769 and 85 hundredths. For this one, remember the decimal is and, the first comma is thousand, and the second comma is million. So I have 29 million. And then I have a comma there, so I put a comma here. And then this 3-digit number is 462. 462. And that comma is 1,000. And then I put a comma. And then I have 520. 520. And then this is where I have a decimal place. So this is the only time I use the word and. And then if I take the decimal and I write it like it's a whole number, 602712, I would say that 602,712. And then I have to say the last digit's place value, tenths, hundredths, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions. So putting all that together, it's and then I say this number, the decimal number, like it's a whole number. And 602,000, comma, 712. 712. And then the last digit's place value is millions, so then I write millions. So again, looking at this number, it's 29,462,520 and 602,712 millions. A few more problems here. Here is another place value check. The 5 is in the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, 100,000. The thousands place, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, that would be the 9. The 3 is in the tenths place. The hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds, that would be the 1. And the 6, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. And 10,000s, ones, tens, hundreds, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. Oh, I'm sorry. They want the 10,000. Here, the 8 is in the thousands. The 0 is in the 10,000s. So this should be a 0. For the median, remember that's the number in the middle, but you have to put the data in order from least to greatest. So on this number line, the least is here, the greatest is here. So I can say get rid of 2 of the smallest, get rid of 2 of the largest. Get rid of 2 of the smallest, get rid of 2 of the largest. Get rid of 2 of the smallest, get rid of 2 of the largest. Get rid of 1 of the largest, get rid of 1 or the smallest, 1 of the largest, and I only have 1 in the middle. If I had 2 in the middle, I'd have to add them and divide by 2. But this is the one in the middle. That would be 16, 17 at 18. So the median is 18. For the mean, I have to add them all up and divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have to add them all up, put the sum in the house and the 15 outside of the house. So here's 10, and then 12 would give me 22. 13 would give me 35. 15 plus 15 is 30. Add that to 35. I'm at 65. 18 plus 18 plus 18 is 54. If I add 65 and 54, I'm at 119. 20 plus 20 is 40. If I add 40 to 119, I'm at 159. Add 22, I'm at 61 plus 20 is 181. And then I have 24 plus 24 is 48. 8 plus 1 is 9. I get 229. And then add 50, and I'm at 279 if I did that correctly. Hopefully I did. That goes in the house. And then I can divide. 15 goes into 27 once, so I put a 1 above the 7. Mom multiplies. 1 times 15 is 15. 7 minus 5 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Brother brings down the 9. And I believe that's 8, because I think I did this once before. 8 times 5 is 40. Carry the 4. 8 plus 4, 120. And when I subtract, there's 9 left over. So with this one, it goes in there 18 times. The remainder 9 becomes my numerator, and the divisor 15 is my denominator. I didn't put it in the answer rectangle because I know I can simplify this. 3 is a common factor. 3 goes into 9 and 3 goes into 15. So if I divide the numerator and denominator by 3, I get 18. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 3 goes into 15 5 times. Now, I did make tomorrow's quiz a little easier. There's going to be 10 numbers. You'll add them up. So let's say you still get 279. If that was your sum, tomorrow I'm dividing by 10. And when I divide by 10, I move the decimal 1 to the left. So the mean would be 27 and 9/10 if the 10 numbers had a sum of 279. So just keep that in mind. The mean will be a little less mean tomorrow.